of Barnacles. Right. So, we've got an Erendil now, with his character. I can't remember what they're called. It's in an elf mage. Rayleth Moon Whisper.
Rayleth.
Yeah.
No, I find it a lot more harder when I can't see anybody else's name, Rob.
Hey Rob, just so you know,
Nope.
I have somewhere I have to go tonight, so we should. I can't really play past. I guess maybe I can push it to 8.
Cool. How long is that away?
That would be like a little over 3 hours, 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
we
about
should
the
be
amount
done
of time
with
as I
this
got.
in probably was about an hour, and then I put together another 2 little mini adventures, which are around about an hour each in any case. So
Hell yeah.
that should be perfect timing.
Cool.
And then after that, so for next week, I'll be able to put together like a larger adventure, which will maybe last us the full session. Maybe it'll roll into 2. I'm not sure. All right. Do we have an Erendil?
I only see myself under players.
No, we've got Brandon Icewolf Cap and Erendil in the game. I just wasn't sure if he was.
Oh, I see what you're
I
saying.
have to
My
go
bad.
for a second.
Yeah, no worries. So I just thought Erendil could tell us a little bit about his character before we start, because the grey titan that was there has magically turned into an elf.
With magic.
And nobody has any recollection of the titan. It's been expunged from everybody's memory.
After that fight, he had to take a nap, and when he woke up, he was an elf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, were we doing a long rest or a short rest?
He was more intelligent.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if Noble really understood the
I don't think
premise of
he
the
did.
game.
No, I mean, this was his first game.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was that thing you want? So if you guys click on the other icons, like double click them, does it open up something where it like has their any details?
No.
Right now, we can only see our own characters.
I see nothing when I click on everyone else.
All right, so you can't like double click. I wonder why it does that, where it only lets me see the names. So it would have been handy if like it lets you see them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause I can see myself.
I'm not seeing any of the other players' names here right now. I only see me.
I wonder if I can set it this side. Oh. Can everyone see Rollick's name now?
Yes, I can.
Aha!
Yay!
Figured it out. Oh, damn genius! It's strangely hidden in this advanced tab all along. Now, I've upgraded my account in this to like the Pro or whatever it is. It's like a $10 or something a month. So there's this thing that's called like a light mask or something.
Light mask.
Yeah, so you can put. So instead of at the moment, there's like fog of war on, so I have to like physically click around a room
Oh.
so that you can see what's in it, and also like any creatures or anything that are in there, I have set on a GM's level, so they're not. I can see them, but you guys can't see them.
All right.
But apparently, with this light thing, I can set a cone of vision. I don't know if it works so well with their. Oh my god! I just did a thing.
Someone did
anyone
magic.
see that?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, I'm spewing magic. Now the wall is. More floor.
Ah.
I did not see anything.
Did we take magic damage?
Yes, you all took magic damage. Welcome, Arundel. Can you tell everyone a little bit about your character? Because and just to keep you up to date, I'm not sure if anyone told you, the campaign's set in the Forgotten Realms, and it's more in the Moon Sea area, and specifically the town of Flan. That is where you are at the moment. The adventure you're on is there's a lighthouse out in the bay. It's got a magical crystal on the top. That's what is the beacon, and that has mysteriously been extinguished for the past few days. No one knows why. You guys got permission from the local guard to go out and have a look at it. You found some journal that hinted to there being like an underground temple or something, and that's where you found yourself.
Okay. My character is Raylith Moonwhisper. And he is, I told them earlier, he's an Eladrin elf wizard. And what it had in his history, his wife-to-be was killed by him, and his wife-to-be were attacked by a demon. And he survived and she didn't. So he has started studying magic in order to find a way to summon and enslave the demon who hurt her, and make him suffer the way he's suffering. That has changed his life drastically, and he used to be chaotic good, but now he's drifted towards chaotic neutral, and he no longer looks at the pretty things that most elves do. He's more of a little more cynical.
Oh, very good. And we have a Kyle. Hello, Kyle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello.
Kyle.
Perfect timing.
Sweet, are we about to die?
Not yet.
Yeah.
No, we're about to start.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so I was just doing a quick recap of where we are in the adventure for Arundel. Arundel was just letting us know a little bit about his character. I don't know if everyone wants to go around quickly and just give Arundel just a quick introduction to their characters.
There we can. Why not?
Cool.
Cat.
That's all you need to know. He is Cat.
That's basically all you need to know, yeah.
Pretty much. Other than his name is not his name.
He's
everyone
like
else.
Puss in Boots, but more cowardly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Avroth, Dragonborn former raider. I've had enough shit of my raider clan, turned on them, killed them all. Now I wander the land, either to seek retribution for myself or until I die. Whichever comes first.
Excellent.
Very simplified.
I'm Ben the Turtle. I accidentally drew. I'm just Ben the Turtle. I'm a cleric turtle. And that's about it. My character knows the Cloud's character. That's about
Yeah.
All right, who's the cleric again?
it.
That's Ben the Turtle.
Yeah.
And what type of cleric are you planning on being?
The
Turtle one.
I have no idea.
One that lives.
I'm just a cleric. That's all I know.
Oh, I was
I've
just
never
curious.
played
'Cause
before.
it's- Oh, okay. Well, welcome to D&D.
Yeah, or like I played the last session, but this is my first time playing D&D.
Gotcha. No, I'm
Welcome.
glad you're taking into it. That's sort of cool. What I was asking is that you can read upon it later, but when you go to second level, there's specializations that you have to choose.
I think
Oh.
that's level 3. I think.
No, I think level 2.
I have my book right here. I am going to look that up.
Yeah, I
It
think
might have
everyone
changed
gets their
between-
specializations at different levels.
You
There's-
are speaking to a D&D addict. I've been playing. I am now 45 years old, and I've been playing D&D on and off all my life since I was 12, 13. I played it back when it was original D&D. I have purchased all the books, all the source books from D&D Beyond.
Well, I'm ashamed to say that I just
guys
jumped in,
play.
so.
No, don't be ashamed. That's what I'm saying. It's awesome. I'm just saying I know a lot of too much.
It's gonna be
know
one of
a
these
lot
things where
too
he's gonna go,
much.
actually.
Yeah. Well, no, the DM's rule points. I may point out something to him and let him make his decision because the DM can change the rules, which is part of the rules.
Indeed.
But for you, one of the things that you do is that when you look at the cleric class stuff on D&D Beyond or in your book, I believe it's at second levels when you choose. Yeah, at second level you channel the divine energy. Where's the?
Oh yeah, at second level.
Alright.
Yeah,
I was
you
wrong, I'll
choose
back
your
down.
Domain. You choose your domain at second level, and there are. Are you playing? You just have the DM's guide or the player's handbook?
Well, right now I'm looking at the info tab in Roll20.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't actually have the book.
Gotcha. Well, if that's the case, then you have less choices than are collectively actually allowed. How do you look at the books on the tabs? Oh, I see. You went to the classes. I see. Yeah, I see. It's been a while since I've used Roll20. I've been role playing on and off with in Zombie online. Also, every other week, every weekend up until recently, the game started to slow down. But we were playing for a good 6 months with my sister and her daughter and some other family
Nice.
people. Yeah, it was really cool. She wanted to get into it. My niece did, and me and my sister both into spoiling my niece. So we
And
got
finally,
back
we
into
have
it.
who else is there? Rollick.
Rollick Iron Lungs. I am
Rollick,
the
the musical half-orc.
I am the half orc bagpipe bard.
Or
I am very charismatic for an orc. I grew up in a circus, and I've spent the past couple of years working with Ben to solve problems, practically solving healing people and whatnot.
Ah,
Excellent. And yeah, as I was saying, you've been not really hired by the guard. You more asked the guard if it was okay if you could go
Paid
over
him
and
off.
snoop around the like. Yeah, instead of you getting paid to do the quest, you actually paid them to be able to do the quest.
Yeah. With an assist of a nat 20.
Yeah. And now
we
you
go to
find-
the island. The guard said we could. Okay, sure, I believe you. Didn't quite hear you, but yeah.
One of the things that we were doing a little bit wrong last time is the whole perception checks.
Yes.
Okay.
So, perception is your awareness of your surroundings. So what I've done is I've set on all of your tokens for myself, I've set your passive perception. So when you go into a room, I'll give you a description. I'll also go off what your passive perceptions are, and if there's something that's hidden, for instance, I will tell you that maybe you see some scuff marks around the bottom of a bookshelf, which would make you think that there's a secret door or something there. Then you would roll on your investigation. Instead of us doing where before, if you were failing an investigation check, it was just, okay, whoever's next in line, you roll an investigation check. That's called metagaming, because your character wouldn't know that you've failed to find something. He would just know that he's had a look, he couldn't see anything, so as far as he's aware, there's nothing there. So instead, if you want to help someone search, just say it, and then that person who is searching will get an advantage, so they'll be able to pick either the highest of the 2 dice rolls that they make.
Okay.
All right.
Just it speeds things up because it saves us having to have I walk into a room. Okay, so let's have 5 perception checks to see if any of you find the secret shit.
Yeah.
The cleric has the best passive perception, FYI.
Yeah. So I will give you the description, and then if there's something specific in the room that you're not sure of, so if I say there's a chest in the corner, a bookshelf, and a bed, if you want to go and search that bookshelf specifically, then just say that, and we'll make a separate perception check. And again, if you want to help that person check, they'll get an advantage.
You can also use investigation if they're looking for something. If they're more specific, I'm looking to investigate whether this might be this, or this. You know, if there's something like that.
And where we last left off, you just killed these 2 animated armors. So
Yeah.
the hallway leads off. It was kind of sloping down, and it was getting more muddy. And there's from where you are now, you've got a little bit of maybe ankle deep water or something that you're splashing around in.
All
Am
right.
I poof? Did I catch up to the group right after the fight, or am I not here yet?
No, we are just
were the
pretending
front
that you were here all
The whole
along.
entire
You were
time.
here for the last adventure. You've just helped them vanquish these armors.
Okay, and can I have a token?
You should have one.
It's right there next
you
to
should
me.
be-
Yeah,
Plus
you're-
the boots and Dragon Man.
Hello.
Oh, I didn't realize I could. All right, rock on. Well,
I'm
I'm
actually
gonna
gonna
be
hop
in
out
the
again
back.
for a sec. I'll just be back in a bit.
No
I'll be in
worries.
the back a little bit. I don't like being up front. I'm squishy.
Yeah, so just let me know what you want to do.
How's everyone looking on
So I
health?
think I think everyone should be on full, because I think you'd done an hour rest thing after this
All right.
battle, because a couple of you have been knocked around a bit, hadn't you?
I believe so. All right.
Actually, it was mostly so Noble could heal.
I heard that character passed away.
He was
He's
never
spontaneously
here.
turned into you.
He never
Can I take
existed.
his magical items?
His one magical item was the ability to constantly change his attributes.
Oh, wow. Nice.
All right. So does someone else want to light up a torch? Because mine ran out at this point.
Who's got the torch?
Well, no one does currently.
Oh, okay.
We're currently sitting in darkness.
Let me look and see.
Well,
do
I can
not
pull out a
believe I have
torch.
a torch.
I can pull out a torch and light it if you don't have dark vision, and I can have my mage hand hold it out in front of the group 30 feet, so that way, if something does see the light, it's not gonna shoot us.
That sounds great. I'll
Okay.
light up a torch and give it to. Oh god!
The invisible,
Right.
the blue glowing
The blue
spectral
hand.
hand appears.
I pull it, light it, and I hand it to the spectral hand.
The hand
And-
appears and guides the light to the head of the group about 20-25 feet.
All right. And
Excellent.
I wait here for the rest of the party to get ready.
We'll just presume Puss in Boots is tagging along right at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is heading into the next area?
Still
I mean, you
wanted
can probably
to.
see in there from here, so I'll just boop. There you go. So up ahead of you, the floor kind of like levels out now, so it's no longer gradually dipping down. In the center is roughly around about, what's that, 15 feet diameter. And it looks to be a sinkhole. So this bit in the middle is filled with water. It's like muddy water. The kind of sides are gently sloping in, and it's quite muddy in there, so it could be quite slippery.
It's a trap. I'm gonna try to guide the hand over to that wood. It looks like I see. Can I expose?
That's a door. Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
it's a
door.
door.
That's a door over there.
Okay.
I sent some
You
dexterity
also
checks.
notice that over on this wall here. Oh, I've just drawn. Oh no. Again, change the hand. Boop. So over here, there's a 1 foot diameter hole, roughly around about 8 foot off the floor. The ceilings are roughly about, at this point, they're around about maybe 15 feet. It started off at 10 feet, and it's kind of like this hallway back here sloped down about 5 foot as you were coming down to this area where it sloped out again. The ceiling stayed at the same height. It was just the floor that was sloping down.
Is the hole in the stone ceiling? Is the wall stone or mud?
The walls are all stone.
So
the floors are made out of like flagstones. The walls are just hewn out of the rock.
Oh, okay. Now the hole, so that's in the rock?
Yeah, the hole that's over around here is just about 8 foot off the floor into the rock itself. It's really dark in the hole, so you can't really see what else is in there.
Interesting.
And then over on this side, you have a door, which is closed. There's been doors all the way along this corridor, but they've all been open so far.
So you said there was like a hole over here.
Yeah, there's a hole over there.
Okay. Maybe it would be a good idea to move the torch over there and see if we can see.
I
Yes.
was actually just thinking that. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm going to guide the... well said, young sir. I guide the torch over towards the hole, trying to light up the interior to see about how big it is and to see if it looks like something has been coming in and out of that area, like signs of worn stone.
Yeah, I mean, you get the torch over there. Again, from where you are, it's kind of difficult to see in there. But you can see it, it's a hole. It's a hole. It looks to be a small tunnel. But without being over there, and it's hard really to get any better
Is it
visual.
bigger than the torch? I would imagine is about 2 feet long, 1.5 feet long. Would it be?
Yeah,
is it bigger than
it's
the
deeper
torch?
than that. Yeah,
Is
the
it
hole
wider?
itself is around about, it's about a foot diameter.
Okay.
Big enough to hide something in there.
I bring the magic hand back over to me,
Cool.
and I'm actually gonna hold the torch and send the hand over to the door and see if the door is locked. Turn the handle, try to
doesn't-
open it.
You turn the handle, doesn't seem to be locked, but it doesn't. It seems to be stuck. It doesn't swing gently.
Okay, so I tell the group, I pass that on. I tried to open the door. It doesn't seem the hand is strong enough to open it, but it doesn't seem to be locked.
All right.
So with your mage hand, you're not able to use that for passing like a strength check or anything like that.
It
doesn't have
has-
enough force,
It
does it?
can only carry 10 pounds.
Yeah, cool.
So it is very limited in what it can do. But I can move it 30 feet in any direction within my sight, of, just no further than 30 feet from me.
Yeah.
All right, so I give it back the torch. I don't like the looks of this, guys. It looks like something's coming in and out of there, and all this water's down here.
Yeah.
I mean, again, just to give you a little bit of information, you are on an island at the moment. So you're on an island that's out in the bay that has the lighthouse above where you are.
So I kind of think that hole is just where the water comes in from.
Oh, that's possible.
Especially
Who's a
with
good
all this
climber?
water. What would that be?
That would be acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Usually the
Duh.
rogues would have the better one because it's a dexterity based.
Our rogue is not
Yeah,
here at the
Puss in-
moment.
Puss in
Oh.
Boots is our rogue.
Oh, well, I was going to say, can we make Puss in Boots do it?
I can. All right, so I was a bit distracted. So what are we doing right now?
So at the moment, you've come into this room. You've had a look in. There's a door on one side.
Okay.
Over on this wall here, about 8 foot off the floor, there's a 1 foot diameter hole that you can see.
Yeah.
In the middle is roughly 15 foot wide sinkhole.
Okay.
So all around it is gently sloping towards the sinkhole. This is filled with like muddy water. You can't see through it, so you can't see how deep it is. You can't see what's in it, and kind of the mud and things like that you've been tracking through what previously is like really thick in here. So it looks like it looks quite slippery around the hole.
Does it have hair around it?
So
It does not have hair around it.
So you guys were saying something about a dexterity check and acrobatics.
Yes, we were thinking that's the related. Acrobatics is climbing.
Yeah.
So we were wondering the person. It would be best to have the person with the best acrobatics try to climb over there to the door and get it open. And I was thinking we could tie a rope to them just in case, so that if they fall in, we can pull them out.
All right, so I'm proficient in acrobatics, and I have a dexterity of 14.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's better than mine because I only have my dexterity bonus on that.
All right, so do we
I'm 0.
want to like throw a rock in the water just in case and see if something happens?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of like loose rocks around, so you'd be able to pick one up and chuck it in there if you want.
All right, I'll pick one up and just throw it in, see what happens.
Okay, goes in, sploosh. You wait a few minutes afterwards. Nothing else seems to happen in the pool.
All right,
Ripples for a little bit and then goes still again.
give me the rope.
All right, I'll pull a bit of rope out of my backpack. I have a 50-foot hempen rope. I will
Excellent.
tie it around, give it to him to tie around his waist. I suggest someone stronger than me hold this, though. We
That's
all
rough.
put a hand on the rope.
Yeah.
But
All right,
that way, in
great.
case he falls in, we can always hold him up.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so everyone's holding onto the rope. It's tied around you. 50 feet would be more than enough because that room's around about, what, 30
20
feet
feet.
across? Yeah, so you're fine. Right, so if you're going to try and skirt your way around the hole, give me a acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you have absolutely no problems
Nice.
skirting your way around. As you get closer to the door, you notice there's a little bit of like blood around the door handle. A little bit of blood running back down towards the pit. It's fresh blood. It's still wet. There's not shitloads of it. That's why you couldn't really see it over from the other side, but there's a little bit around there. Right, so you are at the door. What would you like to do, Rollick?
All right, so where was the blood? It was.
It's just around the door handle and like
Yeah.
just pretty much where you're stood now. It's just a little bit.
Would
As
I be
if
able
someone
to?
had cut themselves and has like then opened the door, for
Okay.
instance.
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jiggle the handle a little bit.
You jiggle the handle. It doesn't seem to be locked, but the door itself is kind of like stuck in place. It's not opening
Okay.
freely.
All right, should I give it a strength check and
Before you do
push
that,
it?
I was wondering, is the wall around him still stone?
Yeah, like everything around here is stone.
I'm gonna recommend. I have some pitons in my backpack and a hammer. I'll send those to you. If you hammer one in, you can tie out. You can like tie onto it. That way, if you slip, while you using your strength to pull, if it gives way fast or something, it won't drop you in the puddle.
Excellent. So are you going to
So
like
does
just
it open
throw them over
outwards?
to him?
Does the door
The
open?
door it will open inwards.
Okay.
But you still might
So-
lose your footing.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that piton into the wall. Wait, I don't
So,
have anything to
how
do
are
that
you-
with.
Are you going to go back to collect it, or are you?
I'm
just
going to use the
shove it
mage
across?
hand. I'm going to use the mage
All right.
hand. Deliver it to hit that hammer and the piton to him nicely.
Cool.
All right. So I'm gonna connect the piton to the. No,
Yeah, that's no problem. You can easily do that. The walls are a stone, but you're a big strong half orc, so you can just hammer in a bit on and then tie the rope to it. So yeah, anyone else that wants to be going over, it's still quite slippery, but if you'll have advantage if you're making your way over there.
Avaroth would like to go.
Also,
Cool.
with
Very
it tied
nice.
off, it makes it
For-
easier for people to walk over using the rope as support.
We should probably tie it off over here now that we think about it.
Good point.
I take out. I think I have a pitten. Let me double check.
I have 9. Or
Oh.
9 more if you need.
Da, 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 da. It looks like I don't have a pitten.
A piton! Alright, I'll use another piton. Is it piton or piton?
I don't know.
I think it's piton.
Piton.
I use another one and hammer it in, and I'll bring the hammer back and I'll hammer it down into the ground and then put the hammer back in my pack.
Excellent.
All right. So
Okay, so Rayleth, if you're heading on over there, give us a acrobatics check, and it's at advantage, so you can pick either of the results that you roll.
do, do, do. 11.
Okay, so as you're heading over there, you do slip. You kind of like slide into the water a little bit,
Oh, great.
but you're still holding onto the rope. Make a strength check just to make sure you don't accidentally let go.
Straight up strength. I can do that.
11? Yeah, 11's fine. 11's
All right.
fine.
Good.
Yeah. So you're just a little bit soggy, a little bit disheveled, but you're good.
I will let Puss in Boots, the cowardly Puss in Boots, Lightning. I'll let him go before me, and I'm actually going to take the rope because I am not super strong. I'm going to tie the rope around my waist in case I slip, and I will try to get the piton out so I can recover it.
Cool.
Might be a good idea to let us open the door before everybody's across.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you opened it already. I'm
Just
sorry.
in case something pushes us into the water or something.
Well, then I will wait. Then I will wait.
No worries. So are you just gonna like give it a good shove?
Yeah. Sure.
Cool. Just give me a strength check.
All right. Do you want me to click the save next to the attributes?
No, on your character sheet, where your skills are,
Okay.
if you have a look under that, there should be a section that's just for yours, like strength, dexterity checks, and things like that. It's underneath
Unskilled strength check.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh.
That's good to know.
So, are any of these supposed to be proficient at all, or do I just?
No.
Are those just
No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's just basic.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, you push that door in.
Nice.
Alright.
How do I get rid of the door? Oh, I put it on GM. No. Put it on map layer? Oh yeah, I did. There we go.
I'll have the torch, the mage hand, hold the torch for them and bring it to them. I can't have it go further into the room, but I can give it to them.
I'll take it.
Excellent. So yeah, you open that up.
All right.
Boop. There you go. And you
Alright.
see a little corridor leading in.
All right. I'm going to step through the door.
No problem. So you notice that in here, the floor is sloping back up.
Okay.
So kind of the opposite to what you were getting in the other corridor, which was sloping down. So this one, the floor's a little bit muddy, but it's sloping back up. Ceiling again, staying exactly at the same level.
All right.
So are we going to wait for everyone else to make their way over, or are you guys going to head on up there?
I'll wait right here.
I'll wait here because we also. I don't think anybody else has star vision over there.
I
Right,
do.
so
Oh, you do. All right.
Ben, if you want to make your dexterity check for heading over there.
All right. So dexterity.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
So
Oh,
if you,
acrobatics.
yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
So you do have advantage, so you get to take the 10. But again, you slip when you're about halfway across. You slip. You start falling into the water. Give me a strength check just to see if you carry on holding on to the rope. 12. Yeah.
Make it.
So again, you kind of like slip into the water a little bit, goes up to your knees, but then you pull yourself back up, and you manage to make your way across there.
All right.
All right. We
Right.
don't have a Kyle, but I will
We'll let
make
the
a.
tabaxi know.
Welcome
You
to
can
the
let
other
that sheep
side.
do it,
for
though.
him. Yeah. Skills. Acrobatic. 21. He has absolutely no problem. He is over there as well.
Yeah, he's got like no problems.
He like jumps onto it and just like tight ropes across.
Yeah.
Like a show off.
Nice.
And I
Okay,
will
Rayla.
after undoing the
Oh, yeah.
baton and tying the rope, I continue across on my way, and that's what I got.
Yeah, you are over as well.
Can I recover both my batons? Or are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
stuck?
I mean, you no, you pulled. Yeah, you can pull them out.
Sweet.
That's no problem.
Put them back in my inventory.
Right, so you are in a corridor. So again, the corridor's
Yep.
dark. Where you are, it's leading kind of like up a little bit.
Mage Hand is floating just about 20 feet ahead of the group.
Does Mage have had the torch? Have the
Yes,
torch?
it will take.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll take the torch now if you want.
All right. Sounds good. I'll be nice and ready for when something jumps.
Agreed.
Okay, so the corridor leads along, and there are two doors on the right-hand side, and then along at the end of the corridor, there is another door, and there is some faint light coming out from underneath the door.
Interesting.
And again, this is kind of sloping up. It feels like it's bringing you back up to the same level that you started at.
Okay.
So the ceiling's around about. When you get to about here, it's back to being a 10 foot up the ceiling. So you've got two doors on the right
So
and
is
door up ahead.
there nothing to see before we reach this door?
No, it's just a corridor. The same walls, same muddy floor. By the time you get up to this part here, you're out. You've no longer walking through water. The mud itself is starting to like clear up a little bit. You're back to seeing footsteps leading up. So there's
those
definitely been
doors?
someone along here.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are doors here. Two doors on your right, and then one door up ahead. The one up ahead, there's faint torchlight or something coming from the other side. You can see it just coming underneath the doors.
All right. Do we want to check these two doors on the right, or do we want to just go for the?
Averoth does. He wants to check both doors.
I recommend we listen at the door first to see if we even hear something, and then
All right.
Go.
Who would have the best hearing?
What would that be?
perception. Or investigation, depending on what Rob declares.
It would be perception for something like that. You're trying to sense something on the other side.
Perception. Alright, I'll do one for my door.
Cool.
And I see
you-
nothing, hear nothing.
Yeah, you hear absolutely nothing at the door.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and check my door.
You found you have a foot.
I have toes!
Again, you don't hear anything coming from the other side.
Okay.
Both doors are like thick oak doors, bound in brass, very heavy. Same as the door that you've just gone through. If you're trying to open it, you're pressing on it, pulling on it, it's not giving.
I knock on the door.
Seems to be
Do
well
we want to do
stuck.
any strength checks, or should we just leave it?
Up to you.
I mean,
I'd love to see what's in them.
I also would.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give me a strength check if you're trying to.
All right. I'm
Bash
gonna
the door
back
down.
up and let Ben open this door.
I'll do a strength check on mine.
One at a time.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah. So you both smash down your doors.
No.
hell yeah. Now watch,
Maybe
this
we'll
leads
do
into
that
the same
both
room.
At once.
Kind of horrible person would put something in both doors.
Me.
Oh, good. I think I know who got the raw end of this deal. Maybe. Let's see what spawns.
They're both empty rooms. Why is it not letting me do that? Ah, there we go. Boop, get rid of the doors. Both empty rooms. It's like hay, kind of like at the backs of them.
There's a what at the back of them?
These might
Like
Okay,
hay,
so-
straw, that
Oh,
type of thing.
hey. Okay.
These might be like prison cells or something. Like,
Could be. Maybe for livestock, too.
Maybe just storage rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see anything like standing out in the rooms. There's no like furniture or anything in there.
I wish to search the haystack.
Okay.
I'm actually curious as well. I would like to investigate to determine what the use of this room was. Does it look like it was a place where something was sleeping?
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to, so Avrod, give me a investigation check. Is anyone helping him search that room?
Sure.
Cool.
Investigation.
So yeah, make it at advantage, so you can choose the 10 or the 5.
10.
So yeah, you root around in the straw and things like that for a good few minutes, but you don't find anything there.
Alright.
And Rayleth is... Ben, are you going to give Rayleth a hand?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Cool. So yeah, Rayleth, make an investigation check.
I already did.
Oh, did you? Right.
Right
Oh, there
above
it is.
them.
Yeah, so, I mean, you would surmise that it's maybe... I mean, from how heavy set the doors were and the fact that they were kind of like... You notice on the back of the door there was a... No, on the side of the door that you just kicked in, there was a keyhole thing. So you surmise these possibly cells, maybe like a sleeping quarters or something like that. Something was definitely like sleeping in here at some point.
Okay. All right. I'll step back out in the hall.
Hey.
Let the rest of the group know what I found.
Doo-doo. Come on, move over. There we go.
Right. So yeah,
So let's.
this
I guess
this
we
door
may
is
as
like
well-
exactly the same as the other ones. It's big oak door, brass bound. If you give the handle a test, it doesn't seem to be locked, but it's definitely wedged in place.
Okay.
Another strength
Yeah.
check.
Anybody want to give me a hand with the strength check?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, you stand back and give it a big fucking kick.
Nice.
And it goes flying in. I should have made these tokens instead of out of the map. Boop. Right. Ahead of you is a large room. It is lit by like two like metal braziers that are filled with like coals and stuff like that. They're giving off a light, and also there is a large statue in a pool of muddy and slightly bloody water.
Oh.
Oh,
dear.
that's cool.
And the statue is giving off kind of like a greenish glow. And this is what the statue... That's saying blank.
Ooh.
Interesting.
That is what the statue looks like. Is that coming up for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
coming up
Jade
for me.
statue.
Yeah, it's just showing as blank for me, but I know what it looks like. So that's what the statue looks like. You notice as well there are two bodies. There is one body on the altar. That is, you know, where there's loads of blood.
Yep.
Mhm.
And there is another body over here, which is kind of half in the water. You notice the body, like, without having to go and investigate it, is dressed in the same sort of uniform as the guards that you've seen previously in the town, the Black Fist.
Okay.
And his body is, like, covered in, like, stab wounds, and there's few arrows sticking out of it as well. The other body is kind of dressed in more civilian but kind of like well-to-do clothing.
I'm going to take a quick look in this part of the room just to make sure there's nothing hiding in there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see anything there. There's another door at the end of the... I'm not sure if I actually got it when I took away the fog of war. But yeah, there's another door along at that end that you can see.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So, can we like investigate the water and see if it's like poison or something? I'm assuming it is.
So you're gonna... So, Rollick, you're gonna head up towards the fountain, are you? Not the fountain, like
cautious.
this thing.
Cautiously, yeah.
Cool.
And
No problem.
while he's walking there, Raylith is going to go and inspect the altar when you're done.
Okay, let's have some initiative.
Oh boy.
Because as you walk towards the statue,
Uh-oh.
you notice that the water starts to churn and ripple. And two, I don't know which mouse it is. There we go. Two skeletons clamber out of the water.
Well, they probably have a boat, don't they?
And also, the guardsman, who's laid on his stomach next to you, strangely starts to groan and stands up.
Oh, great. More undead. Nobody die.
Cleric! Cleric!
Not high enough level yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have that.
So I'm just going to do one initiative for the skeletons. And I'll do one for the zombie. Saves me having to do, like, multiples. Oh, hang on. There you go. Oh god, the zombie got good initiative.
Oh yeah, he's top of the list.
And right next to me.
Oh, wrong one. Oh, and yeah, I need to do one for Kyle as well.
It was fun playing with y'all.
He might not do that much damage.
No, I don't have a problem with doing damage to them.
Oh, I didn't
I don't take much damage.
Well, that's what I was talking about. They probably don't do much.
Well, you said you have 17, right?
Oh yeah, I'm 17 and 17.
I have 7.
Ooh, not great. Should have let me went
With
up
the
there.
13, with a 13 armor class.
Ooh, not great.
My health is 8 with a 15 armor class, so I'm not that much better off.
Right.
I don't know why, but right, I'm going to quit out and come back in because for some reason I don't know why it's not opening up these pop-ups for me. Saying they're just blank. I can't access Kyle's character sheet. Try
Interesting.
again. It's blank.
Yeah, for me, the statue went blank when I tried to make it a pop out.
Right, let me just use window pop-outs. Let's just get rid of that for this. There we go. Yeah, so it's just the pop-outs aren't working at the moment. Probably it's just Roll20 having a bit of a brain fart.
13 and 13
I
again.
really wish this would automatically put it into descending.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Okay, so Kyle is here, and does he fight with a bow? I can't remember. No,
I thought he had a
he's got a
dagger.
rapier and
He had a crossbow, and I
oh, he's
think
got a
he
short
has a-
bow.
he has a rapier, right?
Yeah, but because he's not here, he's just going to fire at one of the. He's going to fire at the zombie with his short bow. Because I think Kyle would get cross if I killed this character. 9 and a 7, yeah. He hits the zombie and he does 7 damage to it.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Right, and the zombie kind of lurches forward. And he is going to attack. It would probably be Brolic. Because you've just
Oh no!
stumbled across him. Zombie isn't holding any weapons, so he just like slams at you with his fists. Yeah, he hits and he does 4 damage.
No!
So, Erendil, with monsters, with creatures in 5th edition, do they do criticals? If they hit with a natural 20, do they do like critical damage or anything, or is it just?
Criticals has always been a.
It's just a player thing, isn't it?
Well, it's in the book that you can. What you should do is you double the rolled dice, not everything completely, but just what was rolled on the dice.
Right. No worries. But he didn't hit you with a crit, so that's okay. So Rayleth, you are casting Firebolt?
I thought you were saying it was my turn, so I went ahead early. And that's what I meant to do, but it didn't do the rolls for the attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you set the type of die it was?
I
No.
drag and dropped it. I dragged the spell into the slot. So it has should have all the information. When I look at
You might need
Attack.
to click the damage checkbox.
yeah, it says it's listed there as 1d10.
But like under the button that says cast spell, there's like a bunch of checkboxes.
Yeah, spellcast
Oh.
macro display options. Yes, you need to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So let's try this then.
Damage.
There we go.
Oh. Cool, and that was at the zombie, was it?
Correct. That missed.
That did. It's unfortunate.
Thank you. I didn't know that you had to have those clicked for that. Thank you.
All right, Rollick, over to you.
You're welcome. All right, so let me take a look. See here. Let me look at my cantrips real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna hit him with my spirit guess. So let's
Cool.
yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Thank you.
You skewer him in the chest. He is already dead, so he doesn't look too phased by it, but you definitely make contact. And it is Dragon Man.
Hey, I should be able to slip by Ben the Turtle, right? If I want to get
Yeah,
up
yeah, yeah.
here. And I will do a sword attack against the zombie.
Oh,
Oh,
by the way,
my roll
Rob,
does not.
do I
Yeah, you
Am I
made some
still?
push.
Do I still have that skill slot, spell slot used up?
Yeah, because it was only a short rest you did.
Yeah.
What spell did you cast?
I thought,
Was
I
it
thought
a
it was a long
cantrip?
rest.
A long rest would have been.
ca-
You would have spent the night there. It would have been what? Long rest, 6
Oh.
hours, isn't it?
8
7
hours.
Never mind. Yeah, I used healing word last time. Oh, it's a level 1 spell.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, don't bother with using that spell because you were doing a short rest in any case. So, Ben the
If it
Total
was
would
a
have gotten
short
his hit points
rest,
back.
then you would have just rolled one of your hit dice and you'd have gotten that back.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't worry about that. You can cast that spell again if needed.
All right.
So I think you said you were casting the spell, and then Noble decided that you wanted to do a short rest. So. Skeletons. So one of the skeletons just makes his way forward. The other one takes a swing at Orolic. He misses.
Yay.
And the other one takes a swing at our lovely elf.
No,
And
not
you
the
two
elf.
miss. I'm guessing your armor class is better than 8, isn't it?
Yes, thank
Yeah,
God.
13. Yeah, he misses as well. So the skeletons both miss. And it's over to Ben the Turtle.
All right. I'll move up and attack this skeleton.
Excellent. Ben the Turtle was an absolute wrecking ball last time.
He
That was
was.
because I had my Warhammer set up wrong, though.
Yeah, we'll gloss over that. We'll gloss over that.
Details,
Canonically,
details.
You were just absolutely awesome and you were kicking ass.
Absolutely.
You do, however, miss on this occasion. Right, back over to Lightning after the Thunder. He notches another arrow and takes a shot. Oh my god, this. And takes another shot at the zombie. Choo. He hits and he does 5 more points of damage. I didn't know zombies had this much damage. They are quite the sponges.
Yeah. Learn something new every day.
Yeah. It's cool because I've set these up because the monsters themselves, instead of opening up their character sheets every time, I've just set a bunch of macros at the top. So I've got like one for rolling random health for them. So instead of just giving them their default health, I've given them random. But yeah, he would have had a lot more hit points than the ones I rolled.
Oh.
It's quite lucky that I did roll that. Right, so yeah, he has hit that. It is over to the zombie. The zombie takes a swing at our little dragon man who's just turned up.
Sup, come at me.
And he misses as well. Rayleigh!
I'm getting a bit of deja vu here.
Rayleigh, my turn again already?
Yeah. Rayleigh, can you also make a perception check for me?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Right, so what is you doing?
I'm gonna move over here to help Tortle flank this skeleton,
Sweet.
so he get advantage, and I'm going to cut loose with another. And miss again.
Yeah, unfortunately, it kind of like bounces off the top of his head, goes spiraling into the skies.
Is Ben
into the
standing
ceiling.
on one of the dead bodies?
Ben the Turtle is currently stood on
Yeah.
top of the altar with his warhammer, just raining down on top of this skeleton.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
It is over to you, Rollick.
Okay, so do I get a flanking advantage for because this zombie is attacking Avro?
No, because you've got a skeleton right next to you.
Oh, okay. All right. I will. Let me take.
I mean, he's not a very threatening skeleton at the moment. He did miss, but
Yeah.
The zombie is a much more clear threat.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my spear again on the zombie.
on the zombie, unfortunately, you miss.
Oh.
Avra, it's over to you.
Alright, let's take another swing at this guy. 15,
Ooh, that's
I think.
good. Yeah, 15. You definitely hit, and you kind of like bring your sword down. It kind of like cuts through his collarbone down to his midriff,
Nice.
and the zombie like falls to its knees. Look again.
Oh boy, that doesn't look good.
So, does he roll higher than a 16 or not?
He does not. He rolls a 14.
Yay!
So yeah, you have murderized. You have returned the zombie to death.
Nice. I also love how a bunch of my audio just cuts out, so I have no idea what just happened. Other than death happened.
I don't know why it like didn't whisper that last bit. Normally it just whispers it.
Well, I saw it written. I saw it show up in the chat box.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally it doesn't. I don't know why it did that. I'll have to have a look at that. I probably just messed up the macro somewhere. Right. So over to the skeletons. So this skeleton here is going to attack Ben the Total. Takes a swing, bada, and he misses.
Yes.
My monsters are never very good with their attacks. And the other skeleton is taking a swipe at Rollick. Ooh, and that one hits.
Oh.
Rollick, he does 4 points of piercing damage to you.
Oh,
Ow.
jeez.
I'm only at 2 hit points now.
Oh,
Rollick is messed the fuck up.
Rollick, I need you to get out of there.
Might be a good idea.
I'll take your place.
Ben the Toll. Ben, can you roll me a perception check?
So, what kind of weapons do the skeletons have?
They've got like rusty, battered short swords.
Okay, if I had known that, I would have used Blade Ward probably.
Ah, no worries. Right, Ben, you hear a faint shuffling from the corridor that you came from.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, great. We're going to have company.
And it is your turn.
All right.
This is what
Oh,
we get for opening those doors.
I'll attack the skeleton again.
Well, you've got advantage now, so
Right. Attack.
attack, you hit with the 14, you do, oh, bludgeoning. So yeah, you are, how does this work? Because they have vulnerability to bludgeoning.
It's double damage.
Double damage. Wow,
Yeah,
so you do 10 points
resistance.
of
When
damage.
something has resistance, it gets half damage. But when it has vulnerability, it's double.
So you kind of like bring your warhammer around, smashes it square in the side of the head. Its head sort of like spins on its neck bone, and its jaw goes flying off, and then its head just like snaps back around in place.
That's an awesome sight.
And we're back to lightning after the thunder. So lightning is going to wander over here and take a look down the corridor. And he sees down there, he sees one pair. 'Cause 2 pair would mean it was 2.
Two
He
twos.
sees 1 pair of red eyes, just back here somewhere, just staring out of the blackness. Because he's got, what, dark vision I think he's got?
I think he said he does. Or, well, technically, when I asked him about it when we were looking through a door, he said not anymore.
So,
I think that's just because he didn't want to go first.
He's a tabaxi, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
He's the short cat-like person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have dark vision, 60 feet.
Oh yeah, so he can see something just at the edge of the bend, something coming this way. Right, and he will. Fuck it, he'll take a shot at whatever it is that is coming.
Oh boy.
But we don't technically know if it's bad or not.
Doesn't matter. It's
Red
menacing.
eyes.
It's
Red eyes
menacing.
are always bad. Okay, you won't take a shot then. He'll just say there's something coming.
All right.
Now.
Good to know.
And they return to licking his balls. Right, the zombie is dead. And it's over to Rayleth.
Well, it's, when you fail at once, you try again and again and again. With advantage.
Nice.
For 2
Wait.
points of damage.
You kind of like set its very damp shreds of clothing alight, and yeah, you burn it up a bit.
Day or two, that might be a problem.
Boop. Okay, and over to Rollick. So Rollick, you're
Hey.
not in a good way. You're
Okay, so-
you've been stabbed a bit.
All right, so since I have my spell slot back. I'm gonna go ahead and cast. Oh no. Here, hold on a second. Let me look at this.
I mean, you could disengage from combat, and then
Yeah.
because
That would be good.
disengaging is that a bonus
Dis-
action to
No,
disengage?
disengage. For rogues it can be, but for everybody else,
Ah, right.
disengage is the action for the round.
Ah, right.
Okay. Can I just retreat back to like here?
The word is disengage.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be able to get that. So that would be 5, 10, 15,
Alright,
20, yeah,
and
25.
Can I then use a spell on myself?
You wouldn't be able to use your spell this turn. You'd have to use that next turn. But there is.
Well, actually, if you're talking about healing word, which is I believe is a bonus action, not a action
is it?
to cast. I
Yeah,
think
bonus
because
action.
cure wounds is an action, but healing word doesn't heal as much.
Yeah.
But it's got range, but so he could cast that as a bonus if he needed, if he wanted to waste a spell slot.
Okay, since I am out of range of these skeletons, I'm gonna wait, and I'll use Cure Wound on the next round turn.
There you go.
Excellent. So, Avroth is over to you.
All right, Avroth saw that and not a fan of it. He is bringing his sword down hard on that skeleton.
Okay.
Oh,
23 and 11.
Oh,
damage.
yeah.
Whack.
he is all fired up now.
Yeah, you shatter a few ribs as you bring your sword down. It is still standing. And it's going to take a swing back at you.
Come at me.
And it hits you for 5 points of damage.
I can take it.
In the future, try to hit it. And Raylith is yelling. They take blunt damage more. In
I
the
only
future,
have
try to use
swords.
the flat of your blade. Yeah, but try to use the flat of your blade.
All right.
And the other skeleton is taking a swing at Ben the Turtle. And, ooh, shit. He does possibly... Ben, how much damage, how much health have you got at the moment?
Oh, boy.
8.
It
Don't
does
like that
6
question.
points of damage.
Oh, jeez. We are not in
It
good
may
shape.
have rolled 8 points of damage, so the DM might have saved you.
Jesus.
Well, that would have
Thank
just
you.
been unconscious. That wouldn't have been dead.
Yeah.
Very true. But still not in a good position.
No.
Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Should I attack or retreat?
Maybe you should heal yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that skeleton is looking pretty beaten up.
Focused.
He is missing his lower jaw.
Alright. I will attack. Oh.
Well,
You do have advantage. What's his?
10.
And
Come on, skeleton.
Nice. Skeleton.
yes!
You managed to knock its head off.
Nice.
So that skeleton
Yay.
just crumbles down into a heap of bones.
All right.
Yeah, and lightning will take a shot at this final skeleton. He misses.
Great.
So instead is over to Rayleth.
Rayleth, trying to decide what the best thing to do is, realizes his own stupidity and goes for a thwack.
Thwack, so you're moving up and hitting this other skeleton.
Oh, I didn't realize he killed that one. But yes, I will move up and hit the other one.
Yeah, you strike it on the back of the head. Big old crack in the back of its noggin now. But it is still standing. Rollick, it is over to you. Are you casting your healing spell?
Ice Wolf, are you gonna heal yourself? Come your turn.
Yeah, I'll probably heal myself.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh. Ooh. Boom, 7 hit points back.
That is all but one, I think.
Yeah.
Yay!
And Dragon Man.
Alright, so how would I do the melee damage with the macro? Do I just roll it as normal for damage? Or
Yeah,
see if I hit?
normal.
Did you put it in your weapons slot? Should just hit attack
have.
and it should be done.
Boom.
But it's slashing though, but probably is.
Yeah, that's up to the DM. That's a judgment call because some people would argue that it won't do the full damage using it other than it's specified for, but it would do more than half.
I'm happy with my
Does
roll.
enough.
So.
You
Yeah.
smash through its spine at like the waist, and it just
Yes.
crumbles down.
Woot woot.
So are we
Okay,
still?
so there are no skeletons. Ben, you can crack off your healing spell now.
Alright. Let's see if I actually.
Are we in free motion at the
put my
moment,
healing spell
or are we still in initiative?
Not at the moment.
All right.
Alright.
Did someone say there's something coming down the hall?
Yes.
Maybe we should take up positions to address that. Fighters up front, ranged in the back.
Alvaroth
Ben,
agrees.
you are on your 4 hit. Get your 4 hit points back.
Damn, it's 6 hit points now.
Oh, good.
Why'd it have to be the two healers that got hurt?
You're not the only
It's
one that
always
got hurt.
better-
Use a bow or something.
When you're healing in the future, if you have cure wounds, it's always better to use cure wounds than healing word, just as a heads up.
Okay, so at this point, the ghoul has like snuck up a little bit further, and is over to Lightning. So Lightning will take a shot at it with his bow. And he misses. Fails past its head. So, as a bonus, can he like move a little bit?
Actually,
Or is
with every turn, you can move your movement speed, and that's normal.
Alright, cool.
When you want to move double, then it's considered an action for dash.
Cool. So he fires off his bow and then he moves back. Right, and it is over to Ryleth. Yeah, Ryleth. There's no more zombies.
Okay,
That-
then in my
That water
case,
doesn't do any damage to people, does it?
The ghoul. It doesn't.
the
do
water that we were standing in.
Oh,
Yeah.
the water. No, the water.
they do.
No, the water's just muddy water. It's got a bit of the blood that's run down from the guy who's been stabbed on the altar, but no, it's just water as far as you can tell. Old, brackish water.
Cool.
Trying to remember how to do the measure. I think, anyways, I have a 90 foot range to cast a spell, and I'm going to call it acid damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice!
a lot.
Critical!
That is
So you
badass.
do 32 points of damage?
Is that legal?
Yep.
Yeah, that's overkill.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Let him do it.
The acid like strikes the ghoul and it just melts.
Nice. But that was only one figure.
Right, and we are out of initiative.
Oh,
Are you sure
nice.
you're level
It
1?
was 2 eyes, 1 figure.
Oh, 2 eyes, 1 figure. My bad. I misunderstood.
Yeah, that's the difference between cantrips and first level spells. Wow, that was a beautiful crit. After all those whiffs, you know?
Oh, yeah. Finally got to save it up for something.
I
Cool.
was
So
thinking-
yeah, you've got the guard here. You've got the other body still on the altar.
That's been thoroughly crushed by my feet.
Yeah, that has been like well and truly crushed.
I do search the zombie's body.
By a 450-pound turtle.
Yeah, I mean the body is it's you recognize it as one of the guards, like a guardsman from town. You presume it's probably one of the guards that was stationed here. He's dressed in like a chainmail vest. It's got a tabard over it with the sign of the Black Fist. It doesn't really have anything else on him.
All right.
It's like a snapped spear, like that you presume was probably his at one point.
All right.
I'll take the chainmail and the tabards off the guard, or the chainmail and tabard off the guard. Put it in a bag.
No problem. The chainmail's pretty much useless as armor because it's been like all sliced up. But,
All right, well, I'll leave that, but I'll take the tabard.
cool.
My bad.
No, it's fine. No, he was saying it was. Now, I would like
he was
to do.
stabbed before we got here.
I'm pretty
That's also
sure
true.
I know what killed these things, but I want to make sure that he was like slashed, died from multiple wounds, not like sacrificed on the altar.
That would be an
it looks
important
like
distinction.
He was killed in combat. He's like his body was already riddled with like stab marks.
Okay, and does the person who looked to be rich have anything on their items? Any looking for items of value, shiny rings?
Okay, so
Gold
the body
purses.
that's slumped over the altar, he's got a a dagger in his back. Still held in his hand is a silver wand. You notice on his tunic there's like a silver pin. It's of the you recognize it as the crest of the Sokol family, which is the family that looks after the lighthouse. You've already been through their mansion. You recognize his face, like even though his face is like covered in blood and things like that. You can tell this is Egan, who was the the lord of the so-called keep.
You said he had a dagger in his back?
Yeah, he's got a dagger in his back.
So he was stabbed in the back. Interesting
You do
thing
not
is
have to make a investigation check to know that.
zombies and skeletons don't really use nice daggers. These guys had rusty weapons and such, so who stabbed him in the back?
More than likely the guard captain at this point.
Well, did they die here, or did they... I'm going to check the footprints, or the blood spills. Is there, like, footprints leading off from this area? Were there more people than these?
Yeah. I mean, you know that there was around about 6 guards on the island who were stationed here. They all went missing the same time as Egan. You've only found the body of one. You do have this other door. It's kind of like you can see footprints and marks and things like that all over the place. Because this would have been deserted for quite a while, so it would have built up quite a lot of dust and stuff.
Okay. Oh, this is old. This is not fresh blood, though. This is
So,
not fresh blood.
No, this is fresh blood. This is like obviously blood from Egan's body.
Okay.
So does Egan have a weapon besides the dagger in his back?
No, he's got a dagger in his back, and in his hand he has a silver wand.
I'm going to pick up the silver wand, the dagger in his back, and the silver family crest thing.
Yeah,
In case,
yeah, no
the
problem.
family wants these things back. And besides does the dagger have any identifying marks?
No, not that you can see.
Okay.
It's not a particular massive, like an ornate dagger. It's just like the type of dagger that you would expect, like it's a backup weapon, like the same sort of dagger that you have, that sort of thing.
I gotcha. I just wanted to see if it was, if it could be tied to somebody. All right.
Yeah, no, there's nothing that you can see on there that's identifying. So you are removing the dagger from, like, you're pulling the dagger out to take it with you.
Yes.
Cool. As you remove the dagger,
Oh boy.
Egan's body gives out a groan.
Fudge.
He
I
is
Oh,
think
alive.
I think I woke him up. and I
he
immediately step back.
He gets back on.
Yep.
And let's have a little bit of initiative again. I wish I hadn't just gotten rid of
Oh,
that
what'd I
initiative
miss?
check.
Way to go.
I got a phone.
Sorry.
I got a
Initiative.
phone call. What'd I miss?
Initiative.
Egan got back up.
Oh,
Thank you
Oh,
for putting it that
20.
way.
initiative. Right. Oh, I just found out that I'm encumbered.
Oh, hang on, I've still got the initiative thing.
Oh,
no,
all right.
nah.
Well,
Everyone's re-rolling it. It's okay.
all right.
Take people off. Yeah, I can. Wow, Egan is very sleepy because he's got
Oh,
minus
he
one.
is.
Hey Rob, really quick. After like the bribing and stuff I did last time, I kind of adjusted the currency that I have.
Yeah.
Did I? How much are silver pieces worth? Are they? Is that like a tenth of a gold piece, or what is that?
I'm not
Yes.
sure.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
it?
gold,
Alright, cool.
silver is
So,
1/10
when I-
of gold for value.
Okay, so when I recalculated and all that, I ended up over encumbered because I have so many silver pieces now.
Right.
So is that going to limit me in combat?
I mean, we can say that you've left any non-essential equipment back, like, before you came down here.
Okay. So like
probably carrying a lot of trash that you wouldn't need.
I was carrying an entertainer's pack.
Yeah, yeah. You could have safely left that at, in the ferry or back at the
Alrighty.
so-called keep before you came down. So do not worry. So yeah, you've got a zombie in front of you. Avroth, it is your turn.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. Gonna go right up to him. And I'm gonna come at him with my swords. My sword.
Come at
And
him
I
with
hit.
that sword. Boom! You hit him.
Not for a lot of damage, but I hit him.
Hey, every little helps.
Indeed.
Rollick, it's over to you.
Okay. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, I am going to use Vicious Mockery on.
Oh, that's just mean.
What do you say?
Your mother was an earthworm.
Oh dear.
You
What?
really hurt his feelings.
I made a mistake.
His heart.
You make, yeah, just a solitary tear just rolls down his cheek. why you say these mean things.
And I have wasted my turn.
And Kyle
No,
will.
1 point of damage is 1 point of damage.
Yep.
Yeah. So
You
Kyle's
contributed.
character is going to come round and attack with his rapier. That do a
Nice.
thing.
Whoa.
That is quite the rape.
He
Nice.
raped him well and good.
All right.
Ben, is your turn.
I'll just kind of creep a little closer. I'll stay back this time.
do you want to say harsh words to it as well? Like, call him a name. Daddy Dead Pants, something like that.
I'll just insult him for being such a flattened zombie after.
No, you were trampling on the guard. This is the.
No.
How did the zombie get a -1 in initiative?
It doesn't have a good dexterity.
No.
Yeah, it must have rolled a 1, I guess, on its dexterity.
For my action, I cast Firebolt.
Nice.
Kill it with fire!
I don't understand that. Yeah,
Understand
you
what?
burn him up. I'm just looking at the, you know how you can hover your mouse over it and it says what the roll was for your initiative.
Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Why? They rolled a 2?
No, well, no, I can't understand the macro for what it rolled. It says rolling 1d20 plus floor 12 minus 10 2 plus 0 equals 8 plus floor 12 minus 10 2 plus 0.
That sounds like you got a couple of
Minus-
macros in there.
Yeah, because they have a -2 to their armor class, their initiative. Sorry, I looked it up to try to answer that simple question. I don't like normally use the ability to look stuff up.
Burn the last of the flesh off poor Egan's face, and he just... Oh no, I have to do the thing, don't I?
The thing.
The thing. The Undead Fortitude.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
Saved. Ooh, actually, yeah. He sort of crumbles to the floor, but then he gets back up.
Oh, great.
He's not out of the fight yet. And it is over to Egan. He is going to take a swing at Puss in Boots. And he misses. Puss in Boots just ducks under the flailing fist. And it's over to you, Avroth.
All right. Hopefully this finishes him off.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, you chop into his neck. Oh, wrong button. And he's still standing. He is still standing.
Oi!
It is over to you, Rollick.
He is persistent.
Okay, I'll just spear him.
You are at advantage, so you can use the 18s. So yeah, you hit him.
Nice.
Is Brandon the Ben the Turtle?
No,
No.
Ben the Total is Ice Wolf.
Yeah.
And that final thrust, you managed to thrust the spear, it's like through his eye, comes out the
Yeah.
back of his head. and that is definitely enough to see him off. And he just, boom, falls to the floor, lifeless
Yay.
once again.
Finally.
Right, so yeah, we are out of initiative again. So in the room at the moment, you've got the big, ominous statue, which is kind of faintly glowing, like giving off a little bit of like green light. You've got these braziers, which are at the top of these little pillars, and then you've got the altar. You've already checked the 2 bodies. Is there anything else you would like to do? And at this far end, you've got another
wait,
door.
so are the braziers lit?
Yeah. They're lit. They're lit.
Okay, so...
I'm not a cleric, but I think that this altar needs to be destroyed. So what would be the cleric, using your religion, what would be the best way to do so?
I mean, you'd probably be able to, say some, a prayer or something to your god to try and sanctify it.
Or do we just destroy it and knock the pillars over and break the statue?
I mean, the statue's like, yeah.
Oh, I just said I wanted to check the altar to see if there was anything else strange about it.
Yeah, I mean, you have a look at the altar. It looks like, it's really old, really like worn. It looks like at some point there was like a carving of. I mean, you recognize the statue as being who did we say it was? Dagon. Oh no, Dagon. So you recognize it to be like the representation of Dagon that was in the Bukon cults. Again, in the altar, there's a sort of a representation of Dagon stood with like a lot of what you presume are worshippers at his feet, but it's very worn away. But luckily, the blood running down the altar is kind of like seeped in and like helped to bring out the relief once again. The same sorts of designs are in the pillars. Do you have any sort of magical sense? Is there?
I can, if you'd like. I would like to try and detect magic as a ritual. I don't have the spell
Cool.
Prepared, and it won't cast it as my spell for the day, but it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you guys okay sitting here waiting while I do that?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna be right back anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna stand. Let's clear out the bodies away from this. I'm gonna stand by the altar because it has a 30-foot radius, and then I will begin my ritual casting of detect magic.
Okay.
Do you
So
want
do
me
we
to
just,
pull
like-
that up for you, Rob, or are you good?
yeah. Could you pull that up? So detect magic. Will that detect anything magical in that radius?
There you go. And it lasts up to 10 minutes, but I have to concentrate.
Cool. Yeah. So, you sense like a vague magical aura coming off the statue and also off the wand that you picked up off Egan's body.
That's what I figured. Can I tell what type of magic is in the wand? Oh, look, the statue's magic, guys. But let me look at this. It's a wand.
Make a Arcana check.
Yay! I won't lie. I sort of kept it because I was hoping I could keep it. Arcana.
Yeah, you recognize it as a wand of detect magic.
Nice.
Oh, the irony! Okay, cool. Good to know. At least it'll be faster this way.
Yeah, it takes you 10 minutes in the future.
That's right.
So wait, did he
And-
already cast the detect detect
Yes.
magic, or
Yeah.
Yes. What is the statue?
It's a statue to Dagon. You think that possibly the aura that it's giving off is something to do with
Necromancy?
there being a recent offering at its altar, like the body being on the altar. That's most likely being what's imbued it with some power.
All right. So we definitely
Because-
have to do something. Maybe this is jade. Maybe we could break off chunks of it and take it with us to sell for jade, which is valuable. And this is a bad
brought
guy
this for
god,
that.
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
brought this for
yeah.
that. He's wanted to get
yeah.
some plate armor.
Give me some strength checks to see if you manage to
No
chisel
special
yourself off
ones, or
I'm just gonna assist
Oh,
the
do-
strongest person in the group.
Yeah, McLeod, you managed to smash yourself off a
oh
jump.
yeah,
Brandon does.
yes.
Can I try using my hammer to smash a chunk off?
Yeah. Give it a swing. Yeah, no
Oh
worries.
yeah,
you
everyone
managed
is
to-
doing
managed to-
great.
You managed to smash off a few sizable chunks of the statue. Smash off the appendages and things like that. So yeah, you managed to get each of you get a few chunks of jade.
Avroth says, "Plate armor, here I come," as he slips the jade into his bag. He really wants some plate armor.
I don't know the value right now, so I'm just gonna write large chunk of jade in my inventory. Do you have a weight value if we're doing encumbrance?
Oh great, I forgot about that. Ah shit.
I mean, the sizes that you'd be able to, because I mean, the statue itself is pretty big. It's 6 foot tall statue,
Mm-hmm.
and you would say that itself it would weigh fucking a ton or more to be able to move. So you chisel off, you smash off chunks that you can easily carry. So it's not going to over encumber you. You would say
Well,
that
I
probably
am
the
very
chunks that you're
lightly
getting
encumbered.
oh, you're lightly encumbered at the moment.
Yeah, I only have 36 pound and I can carry 150. So
I mean, you can.
if
you
it
can
helps
leave
the group,
'cause-
I'll be happy to carry a couple of large, about 100 pounds worth.
I mean, you'd be able to leave it here and just carry it out when you're leaving.
Well, we don't know if we're coming back through this way though.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's true.
Rob, metagaming.
Besides that, is that someone else might come and pick it up.
All right, yeah. Let's
We
say
wouldn't want somebody restoring the statue.
Yeah, so we're
someone
doing
comes
this
out
for-
with their
Reasonable reasons.
epoxy cement or something, and
Well, magical restoration can be done.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say it's I don't know.
How about
How
this?
much
I'll
do you
say
carry?
I only have 36 pounds of gear, and I can carry 150. So if I picked up about 100 pounds, I would still be fine.
Yeah. Cool. We'll say it's 100 pounds. 100 pounds for the bits of jade that you've knocked off.
Okay.
okay. So is he the
Alright.
only one carrying it?
I'll carry the 100, and if anybody else wants to carry more, that's fine too.
I probably don't
Alright.
need to carry anymore.
I'm just carrying a lot because I don't want because I have room for it. I can, and
Yeah, I don't have that
And-
much
and
space.
you're- And you're
Yeah,
carrying
I
that
mean,
for the,
36.
for the whole party.
Yeah. I mean, you'll divvy out the
All right. I won't pick up
loot
any.
and stuff once you get back to town.
yeah, I'm just saying. I just think we should all carry as much as we can. We can drop it later if we find other stuff.
I agree.
Just
Yeah.
just lift up to where you're not encumbered.
Yeah, I'll pick up 6, and that will bring my total to just below encumbered.
All right.
Cool.
I guess I'll pick up
Oh,
10
I
10
apologize.
pounds worth.
I apologize. I totally misread that. I can only carry 14 pounds.
That's
That's
fine.
what I thought.
14 pounds.
It was maximum carry that I saw was 150.
I'm just gonna carry 10 pounds worth, or whatever the weight is in this game.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fine. That's no
what do I got
no
here?
problem. You can carry You can carry that.
Sorry to get your hopes up, guys.
That's fine. I'm gonna carry 3 pounds worth.
If someone has a bag, we could just fill up a bag and just drag it around with us.
I think my bag's pretty much full. But I do have a backpack.
Oh, by the way, Rob, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself as my last
Cool.
first level spell for the day.
Yeah, no worries.
It lasts 8 hours.
Alright.
I'm
Avroth
just
is...
googling
Alright.
how big a chunk of like 3 pounds worth of jade is.
Ooh, pretty big.
I would imagine.
Big old chunk. Yeah, so we'll say like the 3 pounds is probably the maximum kind of size of chunk that you can get, because I mean you're just hitting it with your weapons, so
Yeah.
I mean jade's pretty tough, so it's hard. You're not smashing it to 1,000 pieces. You're just chiseling off chunks. Yeah, so you each get like a 3 pound chunk.
3 pound.
Yeah.
So am I only getting a 3 pound chunk, or am I able to carry multiple 3 pound chunks?
We'll say just for simplicity, you each get a 3 pound chunk.
Alright.
Okay.
He looked up the value of jade.
But no, 'cause I already knew how much gold I was going to give you per chunk, like per player for the jade.
Oh,
Alright,
gotcha.
cool.
I was just thinking, it's like, just imagine you walking out with like these huge boulders of jade on your back. Like,
I don't even think Bessie would take that across.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You've got to try and get it back to mainland, on like the ricketiest boat that you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Although we don't have a
Just-
Goliath anymore, so it might not be so bad.
It wasn't the Goliath; it was the turtle.
Yeah.
The half-ton turtle getting on board.
He can swim it. He can breathe underwater for an hour.
Alright.
Walk your happy butt across.
Shall we look at the store here?
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right.
Sorry to distract about the value of
I-
jade.
Okay, I'm not even gonna bother with the handle. I'm just gonna kick it open.
Alright.
Okay.
Sounds excellent.
Here we go. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, you kick the door like off its hinges.
But now we can't close it if it's bad. I just want to point that out.
Well, too late
Oh.
now. Should have made that point sooner.
Ironically, this was the first door.
Well,
that
somebody might
it
want to.
didn't have anything down to say that it needed to be kicked down.
We get conditioned.
I
That is
said, ironically, this was the first door that didn't say it needed a strength test to open.
That is
I presume it was
always
just
the way
like-
it is.
Yeah. Okay, so this leads into a room. The room.
I will reactivate Mage Hand to carry the torch if they'd like, and I'll put it in front of them.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, this room's dark as well. So, this is a roughly circular room, around about 30 feet across. You notice at the back of the room there is an overturned table. There's a lot of like burlap sacks that are filled with various things. Again, the size of the room, I have these little niches, and in them are more of the little columns that again have like the runes of Dagon and stuff like that on them. There's a few small trinkets like golden icons and things like that on the floor and things. And there are also a number of men.
What's with
You
that?
could have
Sounds
started
hot.
with a couple of men, because I was already like, hey, by the way, detect magic's still going.
Why
Is,
is there
any of the
a smiley
trinkets
face
glowing?
here?
I did that. I'm sorry. Because if I looked at it, there was I don't know how to erase it now. I'm sorry. But if you look, the one thing looked like a smile with dimples.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
So I just, see how the black line underneath it? So I just added 2 eyes.
I see that.
Because that's where the table is, the turned over table.
Methinks the captain's being a coward and hiding behind a table.
No, he would never do such a thing.
Okay, so these are guards?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have
so
been
you've
corrupted.
got
That's not necessarily true.
the 4 guardsmen all look really they're kind of like looking very startled towards the doorway because they've just heard like this battle going on out there and someone's just absolutely smashed the door down. They look pretty haggard. Their armor, their tunics and stuff are cut. It looks like they've been through a few battles themselves. And then stood at the back is who you presume is their commanding officer.
All right. Do they look hostile?
I mean, they're not making any hostile moves towards you. They seem like, looking at them, they seem pretty relieved to see that you're not like zombies or skeletons. That was what they were probably imagining coming through the door.
All right.
All right. I'm going to ask. Are you the guards that were stationed at this island?
Yeah. The commanding officer like walks forward and introduced himself as Sergeant Grimm. Said, "Yeah, these are my men. We were the garrison on the island. We came down here with Egan when he discovered the temple. We're just relieved that someone's come down to help us."
I'm going to make an insight check to determine is he telling me the truth. And I'm pretty sure
You
I
cannot
believe
tell.
he is.
Yeah, you're pretty sure he is telling you the truth. That I mean, you know that the commanding officer was named Grimm. And you know that he was friends with Egan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're pretty
Oh,
sure
okay.
that the story he's giving you is true.
Okay. I was just saying they'd been down here a while and subject to, nefarious exposure to
Yeah, I mean,
bad things.
yeah, you weren't here last time, so yeah, this has happened over the space of like 2 days. 2 days ago, the lighthouse went out, and then 2 days later, the parties come over to investigate, see what's happening. So these guys have been down
sorry.
here for around about 2 days.
Oh, sorry about that.
So,
Please continue.
Ask them.
Care to explain
what-
what happened
what's-
to Egan? The one guy with the dagger in his back?
Was he killed by the zombies or?
Yes. Sergeant Grimm is. Egan was a man possessed. He'd heard rumors that there was a temple hidden under his keep. He was entranced by the idea of there being secret treasure down here, and we couldn't control him. As soon as he got down here, as soon as he saw the temple, he ran over to the altar. As soon as he touched the altar, the skeletons came out of the fountain, and yeah, they killed one of my guards. They also killed Egan. There was nothing we could do to save him. We just managed to get ourselves into this room and barricade the door as best we could to keep them out. And we've been waiting for someone to come and help us ever since.
All right, so
Can
we'll escort you guys out. I mean, There probably
Hang
is.
on. Before we get that far, I want to make a memory check because I seem to, at least I think I remembered that. I remember reading the main man's journal, and he was on the same page as unfortunate victim. I keep forgetting his name.
Egan.
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 I seem to remember that, but I'm not 100% sure. Whatever that memory check is.
Does anybody in our party have the dagger that Egan was stabbed with?
I do.
Yeah.
Can you inspect it to make sure?
Make sure it matches their weapons.
To see if it's rusty like the ones the skeletons were carrying.
It's actually a step ahead of you. I already whispered, Rob, are any of the guards missing a dagger or have an empty sheath?
Not that you notice. I mean, you don't notice any of them having like an empty, like missing dagger or anything like that. But like a weapon like that, it could have been, just tucked into a belt.
Right, but the
it's
zombie
definitely not.
stuff had
Yeah,
rusted
it's definitely not. Yeah, it's not a rusted dagger. It looks like it's been, recently maintained.
I sort of discreetly, call attention, call the guys over and be like, whisper quietly, hey, they said that something's not right. They said the zombie attacked it, but they attacked us with rusted bad weapons, and this is a new dagger. This is a, in good condition dagger.
I agree. I've been getting a few red flags since we met them.
So I'm gonna do a. I'm just gonna kind of wave him down and let him tell Arvroth. Was it? Is it Arvroth? That has the dagger. I'm gonna tell him.
Raylith has it.
Raylith. Okay, I'm just gonna let him know to not confront them about it yet.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll help you guys back out to the surface if you want.
Yeah, I mean that's all we really want is just to get out of here. They gather up a few of the sacks.
Evroth does watch them closely.
These are just provisions and things like that we brought down here. We weren't really sure what we were going to find, so better be prepared than not.
He's lying.
Right.
They are happy to follow you out.
Hang on a second. I think we should go. Why don't you guys just stay here a second? I think I hear something in the other room. Let's go check it out, guys. Let's go see what's in the other room. I think I hear something. Let's make sure it's safe.
No problem. We'll stay here and just gather up our possessions.
I follow their lead.
All right, I'm betting I would put dollars to donuts that those bags are full of the treasure that was in that room, and because the dagger, they killed Egan, and
absolutely
the guard who died is the one who was his buddy. I'm
Yes.
betting you the guard who died is Grim, and I'm betting this guy's lying until they get out of here. And if we go out with them, they're going to stab us in the back.
I agree.
We can try to ask them if we can take a look at their bags, because we have reason to believe that there's some magical artifacts that could be dangerous.
I like that. And which
All
someone
right.
has a magic detecting wand that could help, or at least help sell it. At
Agreed.
least.
Agreed. The question is that make sure you guys are ready for the fight.
Oh
Just
yeah.
prepare, have hands on, have your stuff out ready to go, so we don't have to worry about any of that. And if you could, guys, just set up a front line when we confront them, and I'll stand in the back and try to help out with my magic.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Who's the most intimidating person here?
Probably Rollick. I have proficiency in intimidation.
Okay, so then yes, I recommend the charismatic bard go and intimidate. Pull a voice of authority and have them open up those bags.
All right.
Because if that's gold, then we can't trust them, and we need to bind their hands and such. And they're gonna, as soon as we say that, they're gonna resist.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm good, thank you.
So So
Alright.
you're sure you want me to go with intimidation?
Well, yeah,
Intimidation
I'm
or
not saying threaten.
persuasion.
I'm not saying threaten, but I am saying, intimidating as in, hey, I'm speaking with a position of authority. Let's see what you got in there, guys, because if it's stuff we don't need, we can leave it behind or whatnot. And like you said, the check for dangerous artifacts.
Okay. Persuasion could do it either. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whichever you guys think.
What are you proficient in?
Both.
I would go persuasion because they more than likely be less hostile.
Yeah. All right.
Fine,
so
if you want to do it the simple way.
Well,
By the
So-
way,
Are we
my
really
character
in-
has a way of. My character's an overcomplicating person.
all right. So we're gonna go back to them.
all right, I'm gonna back up Rollick.
All right.
Actually, be on his side.
So I'm going to use persuasion, and I'm going to ask. Would you mind if we look at the bags and make sure they're not contaminated or make sure they don't have a spell placed on them? Did I mess that up?
anything that
Oh,
might
dear.
have been accidentally picked up, which might be cursed or something, because there is
Yeah.
some foul magic around.
Looking for curses.
I mean, where the
That roll.
the city guard, I don't think you have any jurisdiction on us emptying our bags so you can root through them. Also, I don't know how our own provisions would have been cursed. We're not happy to turn over our belongings.
Very well.
Raylith, under his breath, tense intimidation.
I look at Arvroth to see if that's what he thinks is best. And
it
Ben,
looks like
and
we're
Ben.
going down one way, so
Ben?
at this point,
Yes.
Okay.
Avroth is ready.
So I am going to whip out my bagpipes. And
Oh no!
That does sound
That's
dirty.
a step further than I
Very-
thought of.
This escalated
and
quickly.
just slowly approach the guard. So I'm going to roll intimidation. Should I roll performance also?
No, it would just be intimidation.
Alvarez also wants to assist in his intimidation.
So
Does
I'm
not need it.
slowly
Oh,
walk up to the guard captain, playing my bagpipes very bagpipes very ominously.
Right, so, I mean, Sergeant Grimm just looks a little bit perplexed at what's happening, but one of the guards, he's obviously been through a lot. You see, he's probably the one with the most cuts and things like that on him, and he just breaks down. He drops his spear and he points at the sergeant. He goes, "It was him. He stabbed Egan. It was nothing to do with us. We just came down here because we were ordered to, and they were fighting, they were arguing, and Sergeant Grimm stabbed him."
All right. What does the rest of you say?
The rest just they can tell the cat's out of the bag. So they just nod. They just nod around and
All right.
yeah, it was Sergeant Grimm. It was nothing to do with us.
Well, Sergeant Grimm, looks like you have a choice. You can, it looks like you were, may have been influenced by some dark magic down here, and we could help cleanse you of that and
Do you want me to stop
Yeah,
playing?
restore
so you
your
can hear
name.
you?
Oh, can he only hear me? Only hear those?
I don't know.
No, I
Bagpipes are
like-
pretty loud.
No, I like it. Having good background music does work good.
All right.
Does good for intimidation. That's the whole point of the bagpipes. To hear the ghostly music. So, Sergeant, I think you need to rethink your position here. Your men have already seen that there's more trouble going your way.
Yeah, I mean, Sergeant Grimm's not an idiot. He can tell he's outgunned here, especially seeing that his guards have all dropped their weapons as well. So he holds his hands up. And he was like, "It was an accident." But yeah, I hold my hands up. I killed him. I didn't mean to. He drops his weapon. He's not going to put up a fight.
All right.
All
I
right.
don't really believe that, but it's not worth doing a check on.
Yeah.
I say this. All right. Well, since you admit to that, you won't mind if we bind your hands. We'll take you into custody just until, as a formality, just until your coworkers here and things, the investigators can find out what happened, what exactly happened.
Yeah, I mean, he's dropped his sword. Well, mace. Didn't have a sword. Dropped his mace, so he's not going to put up a fight.
All right.
Should we
Remove
tie him
any
up?
armor.
Yeah. Removing
Yeah, tie
hammer.
his hands.
What do they have for armor?
They're the same as the other guys. They've got, like,
The city guard's gonna want it back.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna want it back.
I mean-
but we should.
If there was plate armor, there's a good chance they weren't going to see it.
It would have been plate armor fitted for a.
I mean, it is.
It probably wouldn't have fitted.
It is humanoid.
Nah, but
Probably a
your
little bit
size.
bigger.
Yeah,
Plate
but I
armor
think
has
you're
to
like,
be made.
yeah,
Oh,
I
well.
think you're like 6 foot tall or something, aren't you?
I don't remember.
Yeah, one of the parts
Oh,
of the
well.
expenses of plate armor is the fact that it has to be fitted to you. That's part of the expense. That's why it's so much money.
Yeah, like a chain shirt, something like that is like probably get away. Yeah, you're 6 foot
Yeah,
1. So
6'1". Yeah.
slightly taller than these guys.
All right. Oh well.
Yeah. So you see, he hands himself over. You can bind his hands. He's not going to put up any fight. Same with the guards. The guards are like really tired and beaten down. Then they're not going to put up a fight either. If you want to
So
we
what's in
want
the
to
bags?
tie them up as well. In the bags is various golden trinkets and things like that from the temple.
Detect magic. Is anything glowing?
No, your detect magic was still going. You would have sensed that when you came into the room. You would have seen an aura on the bags or something like that. You haven't seen anything like that at all.
Okay.
None of the guards have any magical items. Grim, his mace is just normal mace.
All right. So, do we want to tie up the rest of them or just Grim?
I would feel better if we tie them all up, just in case.
All right.
I know they might not be as loyal, but desperate men will do stupid things.
How about this? They can keep their armor on just in case, but we take away their weapons and let them walk out as they are, because if we run into something, I don't want them to feel vulnerable. I think we're going to have a better chance of getting them to come with us. It'll be also easier to get them to cross that chasm
True.
if they have free hands.
All right. So we're just tying up Grim and having all of them leave their weapons.
Cool. Yeah, they're happy to agree with that. So they've had enough of the fighting. I guess all they're carrying is shields and spears. So they just drop those.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So let's head out then.
Cool. Yeah, I mean you can get out easy enough. You've already crossed the chasm once. You can just do the same that you did last time. When you cross over, then have your rope spread across. They've got a little bit of their own sort of gear, so they've got rope and stuff, so you don't have to worry about one person.
So are
being
we
tied
not?
up and
Are
taking
we
it out.
not doing
Yeah.
the checks anymore?
No, there's no need to do those. You can just take.
Just
your
go to
time.
the
You're
end.
not in any rush now. Yeah.
Yay, I win.
I made it further.
Oh, I got tired.
Right, so you're back on Thorn Island. You come out of the. Well, you get to the entrance and you notice that the stone slabs come back down again. But you just stick your hand on, you say the magic words again and it opens up. You're out. You're back into the West Tower, and you notice as you come out that the lighthouse is back on. The crystal is once again illuminated. The beacon is lit. The two servants come rushing up to you as you come back out, and they're like, "Oh my God, we don't know what you did, but whatever it was worked. The lighthouse is operating once again."
Oh yeah.
They notice that you've got Grim with them. And they're like, "Oh, I see you found Sergeant Grim," and they're looking around. They can't see Egan. Did you not find Master Egan as well?
He did not
Egan's
survive.
dead.
Oh wow, not sugaring that at all.
Nope.
Bard, break it to
yeah.
him nicely.
Not Master Egan. How? What happened to him?
We're still working out all the details.
Yeah.
We'd like to talk to the family before we say anything else.
I mean, there aren't really any of the other so-calls in the city at the moment. We were probably the closest that he had to a family since his mother and father passed. But we'll send word to the rest of the family there in Baldur's Gate. So we'll send out word. I'm sure they'll send someone who'll look after the keep. I mean, can you at least tell us did he die peacefully?
I don't think he saw it coming.
Oh well,
That's a
at
lie.
least there's that.
It seems it may have happened quite quickly, so at least didn't suffer.
Oh well, I think that's the least we could hope for. But, I mean, we're really thankful that you've managed to lift the curse and that the lighthouse is working again. It means we can get back to a little bit of normality. His wife's still very distraught over the news about Master Egan, but they head back up to the like manor house. I'm guessing you're going to head back to the ferry and head back to town, or is there anything else that you want
What
to do?
should we?
The bags of loot.
Should we do
I
with the
mean,
guards?
items. The gold. Was that actually their provisions? But that was all gold, wasn't it? That was all stuff they took from the.
Yeah. That's just it's like old gold coins, like old little, chalices, little statues of Dagon, stuff like that.
Well, guys, I think that technically this stuff should. If the family owns this, then I think that technically this is theirs.
I
minus a
would
certain
agree.
finder's fee. Minus
Well,
a
let's
certain
not go
finder-
that far. If they're generous enough, then we accept. But
Right, but I say
That's-
we should take possession of the stuff until we have spoken with the proper representative of the family.
fair enough.
Isn't that these
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I'd rather talk to the couple up there.
Larry?
I think it was,
Larry.
yeah, it was Larry because I couldn't remember
Yeah.
his name then. Yeah, so Larry says that. I mean, he's like the main manservant or whatever for the keep. He's empowered by the so-called family to do any sort of business like that on their behalf.
Oh, if he is empowered, well then, okay. I guess we.
Yeah,
can let
so
him know.
I mean, he can't believe that the stories were true, that there was actually gold, there was treasure hidden underneath the keep all this time. Technically, the keep was rebuilt on the island.
Oh.
They're not the original owners. But they're happy to take like a portion. Not saying that it was on their land.
Mm-hmm.
They're happy to take a small portion and for you to keep the rest. I mean, in total, there's probably around about 200 gold's worth of stuff there. And then you're probably going to have 50 gold each from your jade that you've got. You'd be able to sell that quite handily, like quite easily in town.
Alright.
So from the the gold that you've found, the 200 gold that you found. How much do you want to give to the soul calls, and how much do you want to keep for you?
So there's 200 of it that we have, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what about? No, we probably shouldn't give them the jade just in case. It might be.
No, I mean you can keep the you can keep the jade. I mean the jade, that's fine.
So I don't know. I'd give him half of the gold of the.
Cool. Yeah, I mean he is over the moon with that. He's like, oh the soul calls will be. This will go towards giving Egan a good send off and making sure he has the best funeral and repairing the rest of the keep and things like that. This is wonderful what you've done for us. So they take that off your hands, and they're happy for you to keep the other 100.
So
I'm writing it in my notes inventory. If anybody's group loot 100 gold piece value. I had to correct it from 200 because someone decided, hey, give away $200. It's gonna cost money just to do stuff that we
It's
do.
the least we could do for them.
Yeah, and we still
No,
got
it's
money
not
out
the
of
least. It's not the least. 50 would have been less.
it. All right.
Okay, so yeah, they're slightly happier now. Make their way up to their manor house with their 100 gold. You can tell Larry's wife looks a little bit happier, a little bit almost forgotten about Egan. Now that she's looking at this big pile of gold that she now has.
Was that Egan's wife? Is that Egan's wife?
No, that's
That's
Larry's wife.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I thought. So I'll hold
yeah,
the family crest stuff and the wand until his family the actual family member shows up. All right, I'll tell him. I have the family. Here's this pin, his family crest. Here's his.
Oh my god, you've got his.
I thought he
Pin and
thought
things.
they would want his pin and his wand. The rest of the stuff was damaged beyond use.
Oh, thank you so much. We'll make sure that this gets back to the family as well. We're not sure about the wand. I don't think Master Egan was a mage of any repute. I mean, we're happy for you to keep that.
Thank you very much. Will do. I'll put it to good use in his name.
Oh, Egan would have liked to have heard that.
Anyway, we're glad to have helped.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We'll make sure that this money definitely makes its way back to the soul calls. It definitely will not go towards our retirement plans or anything like that. And yeah, they head back to the house. You can make your way back down to the ferry. The ferryman's still there waiting for you. You can still see that down on the coast. He's a bit surprised that you're bringing so many people back with you. But Bessie should keep together. There's more than enough room. It's just a little bit.
We could always throw Grim overboard and drag him.
All right.
Just keel
Oh,
all
I'm
in.
kidding. I'm kidding. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, you get back to the docks. Stood at the docks is the dwarf guard captain that you
Bribed.
got the permission from. Yeah, that you bribed. That you bribed so you could go on to your adventure. He's stood there waiting for you. There's a few other members, like people from the town are there, like the fishermen that you got into a fight with earlier. You can see they're there as well. Everyone's gathered around to see the lighthouse up and running once again. They're all really happy. The dwarf comes up to you and he's like, "Oh, great job, well done. Thank you for helping us out." As I said, I mean, we've had our hands kind of filled with other things. What are you doing with Grim in these guys? Why are they tied up?
We would like to turn in Sergeant Grimm because he backstabbed Egan.
Murdered a man? Oh,
Yes, he
I-
confessed.
and a confession. Grim, what have you gotten yourself into this time? He like looks over his shoulder and beckons like a couple of guardsmen who are like stood outside of the little guard post that you were in earlier. They come over and drag Grim away, and also the other guardsman as well. It leads them away. He thanks you again. He's like, I wish we could have offered you a reward, but
Could we get our bribe back?
unfortunately that money has already been spent. It's gone towards the annual guardsman's gala.
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you
Well, there's
Are
good
you
news
sure
and
there
bad
isn't?
news.
Are you sure there isn't a little something you could do for that?
I mean, I tell you what we can do. We can forget about the attempted murder that your dragonborn friend almost committed earlier in the tavern.
Hi.
Wait,
That's right. You were there for that.
I suppose that's fair.
There was a barroom brawl, and someone let out their breath. Away.
Okay.
I pull on my
I
chain
was-
a little bit just to
I was
air
gonna
out.
make a comment saying, well, at least the guards are, lived up to the city watch's name. They are easily corrupted by money.
Oh.
But I won't say that then. No, I know why you had to bribe your way.
I don't think they knew about that
Plus-
quite yet. when
Plus,
we were gone.
Foley kept stepping over his own words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
failing all his persuasions.
So.
Oh wow.
Right, and whilst you're stood at the docks, Rollick, somebody brushes past you as you're on the docks and pushes something into your hand. It's not a penis, I promise.
So I'm going to discreetly look at it. I'm sure it's not.
You realize
penis.
it's a penis. It's the ferryman stood next to you with a big grin, and you're holding his penis. No, I've put something into your handout
okay.
to be able to see. Should be in your journal, where your character sheet is.
Oh, okay.
Dun dun dun.
Looking at it.
I see that.
How many of us are there?
Should I?
Man, everybody's
It's-
just cut out. What did I miss?
Okay.
I just
Should
asked
I
how
show
many.
this? Should I show this to the rest of the party?
I mean, you can if you want.
Okay. I guess I may as well. Yeah, I'll show this to the
Okay.
rest of the party.
I will show it to everyone. Then.
Maybe when we're in a more discreet.
There you go.
Hold on.
Oh,
The
the
things.
Harpers.
So fortune and corruption, we have. So we're here to make things right. We're just. As we're doing it. Oh, that's nice.
Ooh, yay! I want to join.
Sounds like another adventure.
Does anybody have? Is anybody aware of what the Harpers are?
No.
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 For those of you that don't, the Harpers are a spy guild, basically, but they work in the service of the land. They're a good-based group. They want to protect people. They have a network of spy connections and stuff like that. So being a member of their guild does open up a lot of information
What
to you.
else?
And information is
What
gold.
else?
Are they an
I know
independent
you
group, or
pop.
do they like work for the king?
Okay.
Or
Independent.
Or
Yeah.
you can just text me as you go.
Independent. They are their own people. They are their own source of income and all that other stuff. They don't answer to any king or queen.
All right.
But they also don't work against them unless they're bad.
So, are we supposed to know this?
Yeah, I mean, it's
People
not
know
common
of
knowledge.
the Harpers.
Yeah, they know of them. They know that they're like kind of like Robin Hood.
Your bard would
they-
certainly know.
Yeah, the bard. That's kind of why
Alright,
the letter's
okay.
made out to you.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. He's the bard.
Bards are usually
Sorry.
their thing.
Am I doing too much, Rob? I'm sorry.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Letting
Okay.
Rob rest his voice.
And yeah, that is the end of the first adventure. So you all get yourselves 450 experience points, which should be enough to take you up to a level 2.
450.
So in 5e, they brought in like a rule for downtime, which is like everything that you do in between adventures. So during downtime, what we're going to do, instead of it being that you get your experience points and then boom, you are all of a sudden you know all of your abilities. You level up during your downtime. That's
Okay.
like an optional rule that's in the DM's manual.
Yeah,
Okay.
training.
Yeah. So during downtime, you get to choose what sort of lifestyle you want to be living, and that's how much gold you spend like on a daily basis. So Madame Friona's, which is where the Harpers have already booked you, residence, booked you lodgings. They've already paid for like the first week's worth of lodgings for you.
Okay.
And we'll say they've paid for 10 days, and it takes about 10 days for you to level up in any case. So
Okay.
you can gain your second level this time without having to pay any gold, but next time you would have to decide what sort of lifestyle you want to leave. I think like a basic lifestyle is like 1 gold a day, which is basically
no.
paying
I'm
for your
trying
food
to
and stuff.
find that right now.
Unless you're, I mean, if that's what you're saying it is, that's okay. But the book, yeah, that's a nice lifestyle.
Oh, is that a nice lifestyle, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
1 gold is modest. 2 silver pieces is poor. 1 silver piece is
Oh, really? Modest?
squattily.
Yeah,
Nothing
I
is
thought
a
1
wedged.
gold is modest.
I stand corrected. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Maybe it was different in a different edition.
Could be.
No, I just remembered it differently. Because this is the edition I've been playing. I just remembered it differently. Sorry.
Yeah, so
So
say
is
for,
that in this town or is it in a different town?
no, that Madame Fiona's is in this town, and
Okay.
you wouldn't want to show your face back at the Laughing Goblin, not at the moment.
Hi.
You're sure the heat will die down in there
Sooner or
eventually.
later.
Once they've managed to scrub out the lightning scorch marks.
Replace.
Oh yeah,
all
did I
that.
see that one guy at the dock? The one that thought
Yeah,
he'd open his
replace
mouth?
The windows. But Madame Fiona's, you know, that is has a reputation as being kind of a good place for adventurers to stay. It's sort of a hub for their kind. It's kind of where people go to look for people to do jobs for them. It's
Nice.
kind of like an ideal place for you guys to set up base. So yeah, the next 10 days will go over quite quietly. That'll give you a chance to level up. So McLeod, I know you said that you had a time limit. So is it around about the time that you need to be wrapping up? Because this is a good enough place as any to wrap up.
Yeah, this would probably be the best place to stop.
Yeah, I also have to go.
Same here.
Cool. Excellent. Well, we will wrap up here, and you guys will all have a chance to do your level up. And then next week, if you're good for Sunday, we can do it again then.
Yeah. Did we
We should be good.
share the gold? There was a part where I lost audio.
Yeah, so you've got 100 gold to split between each other.
All right, so
How
I have
many
a
of us?
distinction. There are
Between
5.
us. Plus the jade.
Yeah. Then you've got for your jade, you get 50 gold each for the jade.
Nice. So I'm gonna get that.
Is that per
sorted.
pound?
No, it's
No,
total.
that's just each.
Oh,
yeah, it's
oh,
total.
okay.
That's
Alright.
what you'll get.
So-
Then you've also got the silver one that you can keep if you need to. You gave the icon back to the family.
So for the treasure, is that 20
The
gold
treasure
each,
was-
since there's
Was the
5 of us?
200?
Yeah, yeah. The treasure you had 200, but you gave 100 away, so you've
Yeah.
got 100 left.
So we each get 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
There
total.
was a few other bits and pieces, but they were missed.
Oh,
But it's probably best they were missed because there was another 50 gold down at that sinkhole. But if you'd gone into the sinkhole to get it, you would have been eaten by a ghoul.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was thinking there might be something down there, but I figured there was something else lurking in there.
I just realized I didn't have my gold written down. I remember how much it was, but it's weird. I thought I wrote it.
Yeah, full for today's stuff. Everybody should add 70 to whatever they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have 85 gold.
I have 121. And
in your
80
downtime, I
80
mean,
silver
there's plenty
coins,
of
silver.
there's
Fine.
plenty of merchants and things around. So if you want to spend your gold on anything in particular, you can do that quite like any basic equipment.
Alright.
You'll be able to find it. It'll just be whatever the value is in the player's manual.
All right.
Sometime over the week, I'll do my level up and see if I want to spend anything.
All right.
Ooh, oh, and I'll know everything on Kyle's thing for him. There's not a specific place on the characters you can put down your experience, is there?
No, there is.
Let's
It's on the
right
core
here.
stats.
Core stats.
Yeah, current XP. So you said
What is it?
450?
450.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, there
it's
it
under
is.
the AC.
I'd say it. Yeah, 450.
By the way, during this time, I'm going to take the time to make a magic wand.
Cool.
Magic missile. If that's okay.
Yeah.
It
I think it's
costs
level 3 to make magic items.
Mm,
I think it's level 3 to make uncommon and common, and then level 6 to make rare.
I couldn't find it in the books. Do you know where it is so I can read?
I think it is in the DM's guide. It'll be round about page 186.
All right. I'm getting off. Have a good night, guys.
Night. Thanks for
Nighty-night.
playing.
Night.
It's always a
Thanks for-
pleasure to
Good
play
night,
with you guys.
Thanks for the
Oh, no
game.
worries. Oh.